If you're not exhausting your body when you work out, you're not getting better. You might have talent, and your talent gets better when you push yourself. Because think about it, when you get tired, when you're physically tired, don't you slip up mentally out there in your high school games? You ever feel that? Like when you're tired, you make stupid mistakes. You don't play D that hard, somebody just runs by you because you're tired. Well, imagine if you're in tip-top shape and you're playing in a high school game. Think about it. Your quarters are only 8 minutes. You're playing 32 minutes of action in high school. Think about it for a second. Is that a lot of time, 32 minutes, when you really think about it? So if you went out and practiced and you exhausted yourself for over an hour, imagine how your game would improve in a high school game because you got free throws, you got timeouts, you'll get your breather. So if you can go hard for a 4-minute spurt on both ends of the floor, imagine how well you can work. But you don't think about it like that. Think about that. You run 2 or 3 minutes and there's a timeout. You run 2 or 3 minutes, there's a free throw, and a quick look. And then you're active. So think about that. What was your question?
Play a small forward because I can see you pass it well. If you had it inside,
Well, see, some of you, and what he's asking me, about me playing small forward. See, but some of you are in a position where you might be an undersized forward in high school. How many of you are undersized forwards in high school? You should be a guard, right? It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
But what you got to understand is keep developing your game. All right, so for all you point guards, if you cannot handle the ball without looking down, then you're a detriment to yourself and the ability to be a point guard. Because when your head goes down, you're missing something. So if the ball's not on a string at all times, and your head is up at all times, that's important. So you need to work on your handle so that your head is up all the time. I don't care if you're double teamed, your head is up all the time. When I lived in New Jersey, I used to watch Kyrie work out. And I was a coach at the top 100 camp for the NBA for about 4 or 5 years, and I watched all the guys come through, right? And all the guys who were the top guards at a young age learned to handle the ball, but never looking down. You can go double team them, and their head is still up because their head is up, and they can see and make a pass and get out of the double team. I watch a lot of you do this, and you're missing everything that's going on as a point guard, right? Passing the ball. It's as simple, just remember this. It's very simple to pass the ball with the defender. You pass it over his head, under his armpits, and by his waist. Because when his hands are out, how are you going to steal the ball like that? You can't. When his hands are up, if you go over his head, he can't steal it like that. Or it'll come down. His hands aren't quick enough. So you just got to remember that your angles of passing the ball are behind the ears, under the armpits, and when they're coming at you, pass through the man, put your arms out, and you'll get the ball by every time. A lot of you try to pick the ball up with one hand. You're not ready for that. Learn the basics first. Learn how to pass. You get the one hand down after you get the basics down, but learn how to pass. Any other questions? Huh? When did I receive my first offer? You know what? I didn't pay attention to all. Never did. Didn't try to go to the NBA. What I did was I tried to get better. If you get better, everything's going to happen. You don't have to worry about offers. If you're good enough, they're going to find you. If you're playing hard, you got talent, they're going to find you. Those coaches college coaches got scouts that are out there to do their job to find talent to bring to the school. So if you're playing well, that's the last thing you want to worry about is who's going to make you an offer. It's going to come to you if you're playing well. I never tried to be the third pick in the NBA. When I was in college, I just wanted to be the best college player I could be. I didn't think about the NBA until after my junior year in college because my focus was to graduate and be the best player that I can be. That was it. I didn't worry about all that other stuff. I didn't worry about what people were telling me about this and that. Just play. All you gotta do is play. All you gotta do is get better. All you gotta do is be the best you can be of yourself. Best shooter, best defender. I wanted to just see somebody in the gym stay in front of somebody the whole entire time. Don't let nobody get after you. Don't let nobody get after you. That's effort. Defense is effort. When you get down, you should be like an animal and nobody's getting by you. Nobody's getting by you. If you're not harassing somebody, you should come in the gym and everybody's like, oh hell. Because you got to go up against somebody who's a hellacious defender.
Yep.
And if you think you can play defense and somebody's not saying that to you, you're not playing defense. Some of you got good hands, right? But you're not playing hard all the time. Some of you got good feet, but you're not playing hard all the time. I can't say it enough. Push yourself. Push yourself on both ends of the floor. Do you have a question? Dad, what was your question? Where's the...
Oh, right there. Frank saying.
How loud are you on the court, wanting the ball,
Right.
calling for it?
Well,
You don't certain raise your hand, you yell.
yeah, well, in certain situations, it depends on the player. Okay, so for me, when the game is on the line and it's coming down the stretch, there's 2 minutes to go, I have to have it. And my team needs to know that I have to have it because in college I shot 54%. So what's that telling you?
Yeah.
Half the time I'm going to make it, so the chances are pretty good, right? So it depends on who you are as a person. You know, I'll tell you this. You guys are growing up in the social media world, right? You're too concerned about what people think. Basketball and sport, there's no room in your mind for what other people think. You take that out on the floor and you're in high school worried about what people are going to see or you getting crossed up or something. You're worried about that? Take your sneakers off and don't play the
He
game.
OG. He older than us. We learned from that era.
Take your sneakers off and don't even get on the floor.
Get a bow in the
Because
nose.
you can't care.
A nice
You want to be a
layup.
great player. You can't care about what other people
No
think.
three-pointers, all
You
that.
can't care about a post on you and getting crossed up. You can't care about it.
You eligible.
You
I
have
don't
to
know.
be
He know
strong
the
enough
rules.
to
He
look
said
at
he's
it
still
and
in
laugh
school.
at
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
know.
you got me then. I'll get him the
I
next
know
time.
you doing
It's
it.
a part of it. If you're worried about how you're dressed,
Dang, about to
if
be
you're worried about what your
17.
socks look like, you're getting, then take your shoes off and don't play. Because that game out there, you can't care about anybody. You got to go out there and play like a dog, and you can't care about anybody. So if you're calling for the ball, you're calling for the ball
Glad you
because
did.
you're a dog, and you know if I have it in my hands, I'm going to do something to help my team. Now, listen to this. If you're afraid to fail, take your shoes off.
Exactly.
I've won games and I've lost games. Who gives a crap? It's a part of the game. I've got dunked on and I've dunked on people. Who cares? 2 points are 2 points. Layup, dunk, however it happens. Jump shot, it's just 2 points. Don't fill your head up because you did a fantastic move. It's still 2 points. You gotta play defense. Get back on D. So this game, you can't care about your opponent. You can't care about it. You got to go out there and play. So if I saw, you know, in the paper the next day, a writer ragging me because I didn't play well, so what? I got another game to play, and I got the next game to play. You bounce back and play the next game. You got to treat it like this, in an even keel. You can't go with the emotions with your fans and your family and the people in the stands and social media. If you think about it, all the top guys that are out there playing, think about it. You guys are in high school, look at the top 5 players in high school. You think they care about somebody putting a clip out on social media, them getting crossed up. You think they care about it? No. It's mental. They don't care about that. The ones who are not that good care about that. And you're not that good because you care about that. You understand what I'm saying? You can't care. So get out there and play. Don't worry about what other people think. Any other questions? And if I'm calling for the ball, you call for the ball, you think you're going to do something with it. That's the ones that call for the ball because you're going to do something with it. And you're not afraid to fail. You know, you fail more than you. With this game, the only way you learn is from failing. That's the only way you learn. But listen to this. If you don't put yourself in a position to fail, how are you going to learn? Those that play it risky and don't want to stretch yourself to do something outside your comfort zone, you won't get better. You won't get better. If you're afraid to, do something out there, you don't have a great handle, and you don't want to handle and you want to give it up, you're not going to get better. I've seen a zillion great practice players. Oh, I've seen some practice players that knock down, 20 in a row. Got all the moves. Put them in the game, different situation. Totally different situation. Why? Because they're just going against themselves and just practicing. Now you got defense in your face. Now you got somebody guarding you. Where's that practice when it's on the floor in time to play? That's the difference. You can't care. Any other questions?
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you.